Well, hello! For the last couple of weeks, we have been touring around New York State, Western New York and Central New York, and we're going to show you around a little bit, where we've been, what we've seen. We started in Buffalo area, in Niagara, which was amazing. We also did some historical jaunting near Auburn, Syracuse, and educating the kids around Harriet Tubman and her life, which was absolutely amazing. And then lastly, the hiking that we've done around the Adirondacks and some other state park areas near Verona and Oneida State Park. So here we go. We'll take you around.
Open up the door of my heart to you. Life keeps going on, look how time just flew.
Okay, people usually think of New York City when you say New York, which makes sense. But New York State is a huge state. We spent our time in Western New York, the Finger Lakes area, Central New York, Mohawk Valley, and North Country. And this had Buffalo, Niagara Falls, access to Canada, tons of history in the Adirondacks. There is so much more to New York than many people realize.
Open up the door of my heart to you. Life keeps going on, look how time just flew. You always asking me, are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? And I'm always asking you, are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun?
So if you're going to Buffalo, you have to go to the Anchor Bar. They are the home of the original Buffalo Wing. It was on the docket, and we did it. And it was good.
Always asking me, are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet? And I'm always asking you, are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet?
So we've made it to Niagara State Park, and established 1885. That's when they turned the water on, according to the sign. He's very excited, everybody.
So while we were pretty surprised that the neighborhood leading into Niagara Falls was fairly run down and kind of a disappointment, we have to tell you that this part of our journey was absolutely stunning. There's no real way to put it into words. You have to go experience Maid of the Mist on your own to truly appreciate the immense power of Niagara Falls.
Was that cool? Hey B, was that cool?
I'm cold though.
I know.
Unbelievable.
Was that amazing?
Yeah, look at my pants.
Oh. Whoops. That was insane. That was absolutely incredible. Possibly the highlight of the trip so far.
Now we gotta go find a towel.
Say that again?
Now we gotta go find a towel.
Yeah.
So today we are in New York, near Auburn, and we are going to visit Harriet Tubman's home and burial site. I've been teaching the kids about Harriet Tubman's journey and all that she did for about 700 people. What she's done for women's suffrage and not only the advancement for people of color, but also for women. So here we go.
If you've been watching our videos, you know that education is pretty important to us in our journey here with the kids. So we make sure to enjoy Central New York, not only for its beauty around the Finger Lakes, get to know the area a little bit better, but also understand its history. And New York is rich with history. Our travels heading up through the South, we focused on the Civil War and the Civil Rights era, and New York actually has locations for the Underground Railroad stations where they act as reminders of our nation's past and our turbulent history. Unfortunately, while we were there, Harriet Tubman's home was under repair and not accessible, but we were able to catch a glimpse from afar before taking the kids to see her final resting place.
I think that's Harriet's grave. That might be her grave, actually.
Hey gentlemen, how are you? So what did Harriet Tubman do? What was her history?
She freed a lot of slaves.
She was also born a slave, wasn't she?
Yes,
Yeah.
she was.
So-
She was born in 1820 and died in 1937.
1913.
1930?
Yeah, so this was erected by the Empire State Federation of Women's Clubs, July 5th, 1937. It's a really beautiful tree.
It's important to note that at Fort Hill Cemetery, although Harriet Tubman is likely the most notable figure buried in the cemetery, there are philanthropists, senators, generals, and all sorts of important figures buried here, if not memorialized, such as Chief Logan of the Cayuga tribe.
All right, we are on Friday of our week in Verona, New York, and we have done some history searching. We drove down to Syracuse and down to Auburn to learn more about Harriet Tubman, see where she lived and died, where she is currently at rest.
I do.
All right, hey Polly, why don't you tell them what we're about to do, honey?
We're about to go on a hike.
As a family with the doggos, Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Yeah.
Where are we going hiking?
Honestly, I don't even think you know yet.
It's a good point. There's so many trails and so many places to go. Specifically, we're going to the Adirondacks. Hey V, where we going, man?
Adirondacks.
All right, what are we gonna do when we're in the Adirondacks?
Hike.
We're gonna do some hiking. New York is known, number one, it's a huge state. I think most people think, that's right, they think of New York City. It has wide open spaces, beautiful hills, mountain ranges. They got the Finger Lakes, they got tons of history. There's way more going on here than just Manhattan in downtown New York City, which is also cool, but there's so much more. So today, we're gonna go hiking. We're at the trailhead. Adirondacks. Never been here before.
When we do hike, we like to use a app called All Trails, and it rates Bald Mountain's Rondacks Fire Tower track a moderate hike, 2 miles round trip with a 416-foot elevation gain. Now it even states in the app, the start of the hike is a deceptively easy walk into the woods, but fairly soon you come to the steepest section where you climb a wildly eroded trail up onto the top of a descending ridge. This was our family's most challenging hike to date.
It's all about to be worth it.
It's about what?
It's all about to be worth it. So they said that you can see 55 miles to Mount Blue from here.
Whoa. So that's like 55 miles. God. Heck.
All right, V, so where are we right now, buddy?
The top of the summit mountain.
Yeah? We got this
We're in the Adirondacks.
tower overlooking all this
Go to the top.
in the Adirondacks. And we just spent the last hour hiking to it. It's about 2,300 feet up. You did a great job. Now we're going to go ahead and finish it off, and we're going to head to the very top of this tower.
And then we're going to do everything we just did backwards.
That's right. We're going to head down.
It will go down and it'll be a lot steeper.
That's right.
And hard.
All right, let's do it. So we climbed up to this point in the super faded map on this compass that indicates that way is east. Let's show you what it looks like going east. That is east.
Now looking east, you can see mainly 4th Lake and pieces of 3rd Lake, 2nd Lake, and yes, even 1st Lake. Pretty clever. As you can see, New York State is pretty breathtaking, especially from this elevation. Well, we have some views heading east for you. Please also enjoy some views of the west. Now on to our next hike.
So here we are at Chittenango Falls State Park. We're gonna do some hiking out here today.
Is that the fall? That's it?
That's it. Well, look at this one. Let's go check it out in person, eh?
So after having taken the kids to the Adirondacks to go hiking and Niagara Falls, this didn't have the same punch to it to the kids, but it was absolutely beautiful. It was a much shorter hike nonetheless. We had a really good time. So the All Trails app has Chittenango Falls as an easy hike. It descends down to the base of the falls and loops around. It's only about a half mile. The elevation gain is about 147 feet. Although it is steeper because it is shorter, you got to cover that much ground in a shorter period of time. Ultimately, you start at one side of the falls and you loop around to the other. Well, that's it. That's New York State in a nutshell. Our 2-week journey from West New York to Central State New York to the Adirondacks. We're on our way to our next stop. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you on the next round.